everybody, welcome back to Bam's Cutting Board. So today it's a very cold day in Kentucky. I think we're on the way to warm up, but as of right now it's cold. I love to make soup and eat soup on a cold winter day, and today is a perfect day for it. I actually come in the kitchen and started making it, and then I thought, this will be a good recipe to bring you guys along. So I have already fried my ground beef. It's 7327. So after I fried it and browned it, then I drained it. You don't want that grease in your soup. And I didn't shop for soup, so we're just going to use what we have on hand and see how it turns out. So I'm going to turn you guys down. First, I'm going to make me a glass of tea. Then I'll turn you guys down and we'll make soup. Okay. I ain't been out of the shower long. I browned the meat, and then while I was getting in the shower, I let all of that cook, made me some tea, and when I got out, I thought, I'll bring you guys along. So we're gonna make some good homemade soup. At home, we always had vegetable beef soup. It's what my mom made. This was kind of her base recipe, but I've added things along the way to kind of make it my own. And I do want to tell you, when you drain this, don't drain this down in your sink, because it will clog your sink. It's got a lot of grease that is liquid when it's hot, but once it gets cold, it's going to set up and become firm. It will clog your drain. So drain it in a bowl. Once it hardens up, then you can just put it in the garbage, wipe your bowl out with a paper towel, and that way you're not getting much in your sink when you wash it. Okay. But I had a spoon already. This is probably a pound or a pound and a half of ground beef. You can use ground chuck. You can use chunks of beef if you wanted to do that. And I'm going to turn it probably on, let's turn it on low till I get everything in it. So I'm going to put a fresh onion. I've got a few small potatoes that I'll wash and peel. I've got some carrots. I've got a bag of frozen mixed vegetables. I got some beef broth. I have some diced tomatoes. I like to put tomato juice in my soup. I don't have any tomato juice on hand, so what I'll do is I'll take a couple of cans of the diced tomatoes and put them in the food processor and put that in my soup. I don't know if I'll have enough vegetables. We'll just have to wait and see. If I don't, I will add these like last 15 minutes. I don't like using the canned vegetables. They're so soft already that if you cook them long and then by the time you reheat soup, because I always make a big pot and we eat on it for days. By the time you do all of that, they're just too mushy. But I have used them when I don't have anything else, and I may use them today. We'll just see. But it's not my favorite. I'll use salt and pepper. Maybe a little bit of chili powder, garlic, and I like my soup to have a little flavor, so I may add a little bit of that. Soup it's personal. You just kind of have to do what you and your family, what you like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place you on a quick pause while I wash my vegetables and get them ready, and then we'll start putting the soup together. Got all my vegetables washed. Now we're going to start slicing and dicing. Can you guys see me? Let's see if I can scoot you back. There. And I'm just chopping right at the stove so I can chop and drop. After I get the soup on, I'll probably make some cornbread. Wayne loves cornbread with homemade soup. Sometimes we'll eat crackers. I like taco or, not taco, but tortilla shells, tortilla chips with my soup. But I'll make some cornbread. That way, then I'm going to clean house because it's the weekend. It's always clean. And then my supper will be ready. Waiting on me. We may do a grilled cheese. I don't know. Depends on how tired I am. And with this soup, you can add, take away, do whatever you like. It's just kind of a base. Then we'll start adding everything. Ooh, that onion is strong. My eyes is already burning. Turn it up just a bit. Ooh, man. Right now, all I've got is just the onion and the ground beef that's already been cooked. Let's do some potatoes. I tried to pick out the smallest potatoes I had because I like to use the bigger ones for bacon. We eat a lot of baked potato. You want to chop things up fairly the same size so that when it cooks, they'll all get done about the same time. Of course, your carrots is going to take a little longer than your potatoes to cook. They're just a harder vegetable to cook. Did everybody have a good Thanksgiving? We did. We enjoyed some time off. We didn't do anything special, but we just kind of relaxed. Took a few days for ourselves. We got Miss Vanna. If she loves potatoes, she will be in the other room. And when she smells me cutting potatoes or peeling them, here she comes. She loves potatoes. She's already had a couple of bites. We share with our little fur babies. We have a subscriber that has requested prayer for her little chihuahua. Its name is Daisy. It's got some health issues, so it needs prayer. So if you think of, pray for little Miss Daisy. Animals are definitely a soft spot in my heart. I love them. And, you know, their life, the quality of their life is based on what humans give them. And sometimes there's humans out there that just It won't give them good lives, unfortunately. Took my carrot and just peeled them with the vegetable peeler. And my potatoes, I peeled them with a paring knife. That's just, I don't know, that's just kind of, I was used to using a paring knife for potatoes, and that's kind of what I do. I think I'll try that. I'm sorry, it's noisy. Those are good carrots. I love raw carrots dipped in ranch dressing. See if man will eat a carrot. You eat a carrot? And if you're the type of person that don't like dogs in the house, or not dogs in the kitchen, then you wouldn't be comfortable eating at our home. Now I'm going to add some cabbage. I do like cabbage in my soup. I had to pause you guys. I had to go do something real quick. And when I come back, it's just about to stick on me. I like to get all my veggies in here and then start putting my liquid. I'll put just a little bit. Turn the heat down on about low. Medium low. Till I get all this cabbage cut up. And you see what I'm doing. And this will do me and Wayne for several days. We'll probably eat on it 2-3 days. And usually I start with what I call a soup starter. My soup starter. Like if I make green beans, and I may have a couple tablespoons or quarter a cup, not enough to use again, to serve again, but I don't want to throw that out. So I'll put it in a freezer bag, put it in my freezer. And if I make tacos, I have a little bit of taco meat or hot dog chili sauce, I will put that all that in the freezer, and then I'll get it out and put it in my soup. But I don't have any. Our freezer went down a little bit ago, and so I lost a lot of stuff. Okay. That's going to make a good amount of soup. I don't think we're going to use the canned veggies. I don't think we're going to need them. Put your frozen veggies. This is just a 12 ounce. Have you noticed how the bags and the containers are getting smaller? The prices aren't getting smaller. Put the rest of this in. This is a 32 ounce.
Hello, everybody. Don't get me on camera, baby. I'd scare them to death.
Wayne's just coming in the dining room. I'm going to put a little garlic. He hasn't combed his hair today. That's what he was talking about. A little salt and pepper. That would be today's. I mean, I'm measuring everything with my heart. Start with a little, taste it, then you can add more salt, more pepper, more seasonings. But once you get it in there, if you get too much, you can't take it out. That's looking good, guys. That is going to be good. I'm going to go ahead and add a few tablespoons of this. And then after it cooks a little while, then I can check the flavor of it and see if I need to add more. I'll probably use all of this because we like a little bit of heat, a little bit of spice. Okay. I'm going to put you guys on pause, and I'm going to take 2 cans of these diced tomatoes, put them in the food processor, make them into juice, and add that. We're going to turn this up, let it start to boil, and turn it down, put a lid on it, and let it cook to all of these veggies. Get good and tender. Here's my tomato juice. I just processed those tomatoes up and then added just a little bit of water to make my tomato juice. That was 1 can. I'll see if I need another one. I am going to add just a little bit of water. Turn that up and bring it to a boil. Because we do like a lot of juice in ours. Because Wayne likes to crumble the cornbread up in it. And if I eat cornbread, that's how I do mine too. So we like a lot of juice. That bean don't look too good. Okay, Let me get some water. I'm pretty sure I'll have to add more seasoning. I almost know that. But I still will wait till this gets a little bit warm. And then I'll taste the soup part and see. Because the beef broth is salty. And the seasoning pack has some salt in it. So I don't want to over season it. Okay, I'm gonna let it come to a boil. Then I'll turn it down on about medium high, or about medium probably, and put a lid on it and let it cook. And in the meantime, I'm gonna clean this mess up, and I'm gonna make some cornbread. Then we'll get into house cleaning, doing laundry, and that way, in the evening time, the house is clean. I'm tired. I don't have to come and make supper. It's going to be waiting on me. Okay, see you guys back in a little bit. Okay, this is about 45 minutes of on medium with the lid on it. The vegetables, they're all soft. I am going to add some more juice because a lot of it's cooked down, and we like a lot of juice. I will have to adjust my seasoning at that point, add a little more salt and a little bit of that fajita seasoning. But I'll probably put some, I think I got another can of beef broth. If not, I'll add water and another can of those diced tomatoes after I crush them up. But if I had tomato juice, that would be ideal. I've got my pan in the oven getting hot in the middle of making cornbread. And I know you guys have seen or heard me make bread. I've went over it numerous times, but that's about a cup of yellow cornmeal, about a half a cup of flour, got my 1 egg, and I just add enough milk to mix it to where I can pour it in my skillet. I got oil in my skillet and it's heating in the oven right now. But we're going to get Wayne in here to taste it and see what he thinks at this point. Then I'll finish my bread. I'm going to add a little more liquid. And you can add liquid all throughout. You might have to adjust your seasoning a little bit, like if company comes over or if you don't feel like cooking in the next day. Add you a little more liquid. You can add even more veggies and stretch that and have soup for a whole week. But I'm going to get him in here and taste it and see where it's at right now. Wayne.
Oh, okay, baby. Hey, jump down. Jump down. Good boy. Hey, everybody. Uh, hey, company.
We have done nothing for 2 days except watch movies.
And we've enjoyed it.
We have. We've not done that in a long time. We all was in the living room with blankets and watching Christmas movies, and we had 2 days of, we didn't do anything. But now, today, it's time to get out, do us some house cleaning. So, yes, no, maybe?
Needs one thing.
What?
2 things.
What?
Cornbread.
I'm making it.
More soup. And a bigger spoon. Yeah.
I am going to add, like I said, some more juice. I think I got another can of beef broth. Not, it'll be water. I'm going to crush up some of those tomatoes and more tomato juice. And I'll probably adjust my seasonings and then my cornbread and get ready to put it together. And we'll bring you guys back for the final touch. Because we do like a lot of soup.
Yes. It could be just a tad more spicy.
Okay.
And that's a first for Wayne. I usually say, oh, honey, it's too spicy. But I think she's about to convert me.
What is that you like that's pretty spicy? Dirty rice. And I never would have dreamed he would have ever ate that. Because it does have a little kick.
I eat dirty rice, not clean rice.
You eat any kind of rice I fix.
I do. And you don't have to force me, do you?
No.
Maybe force me to quit.
Yeah.
Please subscribe. And if you are subscribed, check every now and then and make sure that you are.
We've grown a couple of new subscribers in the last few days, so if you are new, thank you. And to our faithful ones that's been with us since we started, thank you for staying with us.
Yes, y'all have stayed with us through thick and thin.
Yep.
I've answered some comments, and I thank you all for doing that. And we appreciate you. Remember, send in your prayer requests and pray over a prayer book.
When are you going to come back and finish tasting the soup, aren't you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll finish up when I come back.
Okay, we'll see you back in a little bit,
Bye-bye.
guys. Soup's ready. I added a little bit more broth, some tomato juice, and the rest of that packet of fajita seasoning, a little more salt and pepper, and I added some chili seasoning or chili powder. We like a little kick to our soup. You may not, so just kind of add small amounts until you get to what you want. I let Wayne retaste it. He looked at it and he said, that looks more like it. It's a color. The bread is almost done. It just needs to brown a little bit. And then we'll bring him back and we're going to have a bowl of soup. I asked him if he wanted a grilled cheese. He said no. So we're just going to have soup, cornbread, and then we'll finish up the house. Today's Saturday. And we can heat this up and have it tomorrow after church. So I don't have to cook tomorrow. But we are in for a long evening. We've got to house clean. I've got laundry going. So it's busy. I love to cook through the winter. In the summer, I don't cook as much because I'm outside. I do the weed eating, cutting the grass. I don't know what's wrong with this camera. It does this. It'll just lighten up, darken, lighten up. I don't know. I haven't learned to work it, I guess, or something. I don't know. But I'm so busy that when I come in, it's just mostly a sandwich or something through the summer. But in the winter, I don't have anything to do outside, so I really like to bake breads. I make desserts. I make cookies. The other night, I made us a big pot of homemade chili. I call it chili sauce. It's what goes on a hot dog. And I do make what I call a chili soup, and that has beans and it has a more like a liquid in it so that we can put crackers and eat it like that. But when I do just for the hot dogs, it doesn't have beans and it's thicker. It's a thicker consistency. I may make a pot and bring you guys along and show you how I make my hot dog chili sauce in the next week or so. But as soon as the bread gets done, I'll bring you guys back. We're going to sit down and watch the news, eat our meal, and then we're back at it to finish the laundry and finish the house. See you back in a little bit, guys.
That's cabbage, right?
It's got cabbage in it.
Cabbage, potatoes, onions,
Carrots.
I'm trying to name off everything.
And then
Green beans,
I got a bag of mixed frozen veggies in it too. It's got frozen and fresh veggies.
I'm not going to get burned up because it's hot.
And we've got cornbread. He will get a cornbread and crumble it in there, and that's the way he likes it.
Not good for that. Man, that is good. And you put the right amount of spice in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Right. Just right for the weather we're having.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's cold where you're at, but it's in the teens here.
It'll warm me bones up on it.
Mm-hmm. Again, thanks for being with us, every one of you. From beginning to the end, through thick and thin. Hey, I made a rhyme.
You did.
Subscribe. Check and make sure you're subscribed occasionally. Send in your prayer requests. Send in comments. And we'll answer them back. Pray, remember our prayer book. Every request that's sent in, we put in the prayer book. We pray over it. And we ask you guys to pray for the prayer book. Love you all. Eat up. See you next time. Bye-bye.